Hello YouTubers, welcome back. It's Chuck again, and what I want to do is show you 3 of the 4 ways to do your lovely new pastels you got for pigments. Now I got a blue right here. The pastel set that I picked up is the Master's Touch Fine Art Studio Pastels, 48 different colors in this one. Gives you a lot of options. Show you the colors here. Kind of a unboxing, if you will. There are some really beautiful colors in this set. There's a nice aqua color that I'm really good. You got some good rusts in here. Even some more pigments for flesh tones, which I like. That was in here. There are some grays. I had a small variation of grays, but I went ahead. This was $30 at Hobby Lobby. And then I also got the Gradient Grays that everybody on the War Gamers Consortium keeps saying, hey, get this, get this. So these are really nice. These are the soft pastels. So this kit here was only $6, $5.99. Get that coupon. War Gamers on a budget there. Get the coupon. They put coupons out every week. All right. So what I'm going to do, I've got picked up. I got a pack of 14 of these different sizes. Here's the small size. As you can see, I already got some pigments in it. And this is kind of the medium size, and there's a great big one. The bigger ones that were in there. If you're going to do it, obviously, if you can get it, I think the pack was another $6 for 14 of these, different size with different sizes in it. If you can get these are better for the pigments, I think. Just personal opinion. These would be better for like washes. I've already got some of it in here already, but I'm going to start to show you here real quick. What I do is I take, this is no more than a piece of printer paper. Just regular, ordinary printer paper. Not just to show you that it's on white, but also makes it easier putting it back in these containers. Give me a second here, let me get this all folded down. There we go. Now I got a nice crease to make a good funnel to put the pigment in. First up, got my pigment here. Sandpaper. Fine grit. I just tore off a small piece. Get them at any hardware store. Right? It's pretty fine. Pretty fine. You see how fine that is? That's pretty fine. I'm not exactly sure what grit this is, but it's a really fine grit. And then all you're going to do is take your stick, preferably put it in an angle, makes it a little easier. You can put it on a pen, pencil, whatever. You can roll it up. I don't care. I just kind of do this. Sometimes I wrap it around the stick. And all you're going to do is just shave it. So what are you going to do? Just shave it down. Now, I did this for a while, and to think about doing like a quarter of this way takes forever. Then there's another method. Good old X-Acto knife. Using the back edge of the blade, the flat edge, you can scrape it. Now, the first method, you get really nice fine powder. This method here, of scraping it, it's not as fine, and sometimes does make that chalk screech on the chalkboard sound. And if that gets to you, don't use this method. But if you have it available to you, step 3, the mortar and pestle. As you can see, I've done some in there. It's not that bad to clean up. Use a little Windex in there. Wipe it out with a towel. Wipe this off too. wipe the inside out. This is marble. This is true heavy-duty marble. You think, oh, it's itty-bitty. I mean, it fits in my hand. Yeah, but I could crush a tank with it. In this case, what we're going to do, take our chalk, I'm going to snap it, toss it in there. Of course, we're going to get our hands dirty, but we're used to that. And we are just going to pound. Good way to get some frustration out, by the way. Pound and pound that down, and then start rubbing it around. Yeah, kind of mashing it down, getting it all mashed down there. And you can get a real nice fine powder by doing this. This is, of course, more costly than the other two methods. Unless you go to, well, it's spring, so you might be able to find a mortar and pestle out at a garage sale. Keep that in mind. Garage sales are out there. You're going to see them more plentiful now. This is the third method, like I said. You just take that, dump it right on there. You can keep going, get it finer if you want to. Then all you do is you take your paper, fold it up all nice and neat, and then you dump it in there, and then you get your pigment. Fourth way, I used to have one, but I don't now, is a grinder, coffee grinder. Coffee grinder method, same thing. Take chalk, break it, throw it in there. They stand about yay tall, about yay big around. Not very big, especially if it's made by a company called Mr. Coffee. Put your lid on there, you got a little button on it, you press down on it, got a little blade in there, like a mixer. You could use a small mixer if you wanted to. But keep in mind, when you're using stuff like this, use it for your hobby only. Alright, because even though I can bleach the heck out of this, I still wouldn't trust eating it because I'll probably eat pigment or whatever else I had in here. Another nice thing that I like about the mortar and pestle, though, is that I can mix stuff up in it and use it for like terrain material. So I can take my flex paste or any sort of paste that I'm going to be using on terrain pieces. I can put it in here and I've already got a bowl. And all I do is take a regular rubber spatula and clap it and smooth it out. That's one of the nice things. Always get something you can use multiple purpose, saves you a little bit of money. Learned that from Alton Brown on the Food Network. Another thing is real handy to have. These. No, I don't wear makeup. But you can get a small packet of these. These are makeup brushes. What do women put on their face? Pigments. It's just slightly different. And you can use these as pigment brushes because that's what they're made for. They're very handy, really easy to keep clean. They're not a lot of fuss to them, and they stay around a long time. Hopefully that gives you some tips, some ideas on how to do your own pigments. It's relatively inexpensive. I think total I spent, what did I say, 6, 12, 30, almost 45 bucks. It's kind of high, but you know, they didn't have the earth tone small kit. So if you find the small earth tone kit, go with that if you're looking for more rust. But if you're looking for a full spectrum to use all sorts of different colors, another tip is, since we're talking about pigments, garage sales, since I mentioned it before. You can find pigments like this, artist chalks, pastels, at garage sales. So keep your eye out, since it is spring, summer's around the corner, and then fall, so you got plenty of time to look for pigments. Other than that, you guys take it easy. Catch you in the next one.